Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to build a taxi garage that's going to sit right there. We need to remove this. Now, the first thing we need to do is shave a little bit off of this gray building here so that it sits a little bit more at an angle and gives us a little bit more room for that taxi garage. So let's take this over to the workbench and cut some off the side. Okay, let's start cutting this. Now we could make that sit back further like that. I'm going to take this back over to the layout and see if I want to cut it like that. Okay, yes, I am going to have that sit like that. And then maybe we'll put a sign across there, and it gives us a little bit more area to put some rooftop details. Yeah, this will be nice. It adds some interest so that it's not so flat, where before it was like this. Yeah, okay. So I need to figure out where to cut this. Okay, it's all cut. Now later, someday when we work on this structure, we'll have to fill that area in. We'll have to put decorative trim around the top and around this area. A lot of work to do on this. But for now, I'm happy with it. Let's go put this back on the layout. All right, that gives us a little bit more room in there. In this wall that we had sitting there, we're gonna cut the back off right there and then use that as a sidewall right there. This is the kit that we're going to be using for our taxi garage, and it was from Fosscale Models. It was part of their Kit of the Month club. We're going to change the colors and make it red and yellow, just for the simple fact that we already have so much green up here. Okay, let's get all of our walls cut out. Okay, I just cut this wall. So here is the side wall, the back wall, and then this was this side wall, but I cut it so then the front of it is at an angle. Let's add our bracing. Now you'll notice this is the back wall and that's the side wall. Different height. And the reason for that is that it shows it on here. The roof sits down inside there. Hopefully that makes sense. It sits level on that back wall. So our bracing on our side walls can't go above that. So we'll just add a pencil line so that we know. And then for this is the piece that goes in the front on the top. That is level with that. This is why it's so important to really study your instructions and read them multiple times before you start, so that you don't make a mistake, because you could have easily ran that bracing all the way to the top of the walls, and then you would have had to cut them and break it off later. Okay, I just stained all of the walls with murky brown. Now I'm going to stain the strip wood. And the wood stain is from besttrains.com. Okay, now we have to move on to the red. We're going to paint this and the strip wood red. So I just sprayed all the pieces with Colonial Red. Now I'm taking French wine and I'm just going to put a quick wash over this, because the spray paint was a satin finish, and I can actually see it has a little bit of a shine to it, so I just want to dull it down with this. Okay, I'm cutting out all the parts, but there is a lot of tabs holding all of these parts in. So it's going to take quite a while to cut all these pieces out. I did go to the Fosscale Models website, and this kit is available right now on their website in case you want to pick it up. So many tabs. So many. Alright, I won't bore you with this. I'll get all these parts cut out, and then we'll start getting our doors and windows put in. Okay, that took quite a while. You know, I'm doing all this thinking, really, the back wall doesn't even show. It'll help for assembling the kit, and it'll make it stronger. But I don't know if I need to. I guess what the heck? I mean, I've come this far. I might as well put the window frame on, the door frame, get everything glued in place, even though it's not going to show. Not a big deal. Okay, so let's get our window frames glued in place and our door frames glued in place. And then we'll have to take a small brush and paint the inside of the frame on everything a red color, the French wine. Now, already I noticed since we sprayed this, the sides are kind of white. You can see on the top. So we need to take our French wine and paint the edges of everything. Okay, the window frames and door frames are all glued in place. Now we'll take our French wine again, and we need to paint on the inside of the openings. You know, I am so close to being out of paint, and I bought French wine again, but it was from, I think it was from Folk Art, and it's more brown. It has quite a bit of brown in it, and I just don't like it as well. So I'm nervous that I'm not going to have this color again. What I've done in the past is, anyone can do this. You can take this to Home Depot or any hardware store that mixes paint. Give this to them. They'll put a little dab on like a stir stick. They'll scan that into their computer and they'll match it as close as they can. And then you could just order an entire quart of it if you want. I've done that with slate gray. I've used so much slate gray over the years that I just have Home Depot mix a whole quart of it for me. So you can do that with any color. So it's probably what I'll have to do with this French wine. I just can't seem to find the exact color again. I've thought about doing that with the color Cocoon. I do have some, and I'll paint some on a little piece of cardboard, take it in, have them scan it, and make a whole quart of it for me. That's the tip of the day for you. But there's probably people that don't use as much paint or glue as what I do. I buy this by the gallons, and then I just refill this. Okay, that'll take a little while. I won't make you watch me paint all of these. All right, we're out of time for today, but join me tomorrow and we'll try to wrap this project up.